Funny to think, isn't it, that this particular idea, which we told you about before, from a US chat show host, in which, of course, he felt it was funny to mock not just Catherine, the Princess of Wales, but also a very close friend of theirs. I mean, very cruel, in fact, to do something like that for a person who's out of the limelight, doesn't really wish to seek any media spotlight or anything like that, to go on international television and do that particular skit, monologue, comedy thing, whatever he thought it was. Well, now seemingly it's never ending, and the backfiring is really getting very serious indeed now. As ever, let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Yeah, we'll have a quick wave in the sun. Are you all right? You're not so bad. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? By the way, did I mention this? The gesture eggs by Cadbury's, you remember last week, Easter, all reduced. Apparently, masses of low sales. Brilliant. They deserve it, right? Absolutely. Couldn't care less. All the Easter eggs were down from £10 in some stores to 62 pence. Can you believe that? 62 pence. I mean, virtually giving them away. That's stupidity, isn't it? Of these woke people that they employ that are wrecking a company over 100 years old, simply with their madcap ideas. A little bit like this man, the CBS host, of course, of a late night chat show in the US. We all know the story now, what he did, the cruelty, all that sort of stuff. What I find fascinating, as I said to you before, is how it got through the legalities of CBS. Now, what I can tell you is this, what's now similarly developing is that the person in question is being urged to actually write a personal apology letter, and then miraculously, and as ever we have to say allegedly, let it be leaked publicly so that this hopefully would vindicate him regarding, of course, the cruelties that he did, not just to the Princess of Wales, His Royal Highness Prince William, and of course their close friend, but more importantly, you know, the fact that now they realise that this is going to have a bigger impact, not just necessarily on their chat show with their ratings plummeting, and as I told you, guests being very, shall we say, cautious about appearing on that show. This was a show, of course, that gave Prince Harry the platform to promote his royal family bashing book, Spare. You get the picture. Now, where it gets interesting here, you see, as I said, is if he then decides to, you know, let this publicly be seen in the public domain, they hope that this will finally draw a line under it. I'm not so sure myself. People have very long memories. And of course, you know, the bigger issue is this, as and when the Prince and Princess of Wales do return to America, and that could possibly be at some point later in the year, one company that could be ostracized from that access would be CBS, all thanks to this lunatic. You see how it works now, and they can't afford that because they know the royals in America are big business. I'm not suggesting for any one moment now that the Prince and Princess of Wales will be sitting down with any chat show host, but the opportunity is always there. You never know what access you could be given. CBS, I'm told, executives are secretly furious inside as to how this has played out and how badly it's played out, and even with this sort of mismatch of half apology claiming it's all comedy, it hasn't done enough to quell the worries of the corridor of power inside the news giant. Either way, if he thought it was funny, I'm sure now this US chat show host is seemingly not laughing now, and more importantly, very soon could be forced to put pen to paper, quite literally, with an apology. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.